It's the middle of December, and where I live, we've already had frost, snow, and single-digit temperatures, which got me wondering about the hot herbs that we use in our medicine. So I thought it'd be fun to pop into TCM Weaver and take a look. I'm going to come down and select 4 herbs. I'm going to deselect Pauger because I'm not as interested in those. Then scroll on down to energetics and select hot herbs. And here we've got 13 results. Let's bring them all up. Okay, so Futsa, Rogwei, and Wujuyu are not unexpected. But what else do we have? And let's see, they're from herbs that warm the interior and expel cold. They're acrid, acrid sweet, acrid bitter. So we can already tell we're going to have a lot that are from warm the interior, expel cold. They're acrid. And let's see what else we've got. The next set, Dafangza, Haigoshan, Gaoliangjang, topical application, and tonify yang category. Well, that's different. Acrid, salty. Makes sense. It is an animal part. And again, acrid. Moving right along, we have another topical application, acrid. Bado, our harsh expellant, acrid. Kind of interesting that the expellant is acrid. And again, warm the interior cold, acrid. Another topical application, tonify yang. That makes sense. More warm the interior, expel cold. And for topical application, we've got a sour herb. And again, warm the interior, expel cold. But that's interesting that there are some from other categories beyond warm the interior, expel cold. Let's quickly pop over to Graph View and look at a different way to find flavors. I'm going to clear our original search out and type in pound flavor, and our different flavors pop up. I'll make this a little bigger. Now all I have to do, we know a lot are going to be acrid, so I'm going to save that for the end. But I'm just going to call the different flavors up, and you'll see the first 3 we didn't have bland, astringent, or aromatic, but we did have bitter, and it attaches to Wujuyu. We've got a salty flavor, so here we have our 2. I'm going to drag these over. 2 that have a flavor other than acrid. And let me scroll down, and we had our sweet with Rogwei, and now that pops up, and now we will highlight acrid, bring that over, and now you can see all of the ones that have an acrid flavor, and you can see that Wujuyu and Rogwei also had an additional flavor, whereas Haigoshan was only salty on its own. So that's a different way you can look for flavors. So let's pop back to the list view, and we'll continue. And I'm just going to check as we scroll back the other way, just take a look at some of the channels. Most of these are going to be pretty expected if we're talking about warm the interior, but let's see what we've got. There could be something interesting in here. So large intestine, spleen, stomach, kidney. Our topical applications, those are going to be a bit different. And here we've got a pericardium, stomach, large intestine, lung with Bado. Topical application, so heart and spleen, stomach, kidney, liver, tonify yang. Let's take a look here. We've got kidney, liver, spleen, and then we're back to the beginning with Wujuyu, which is liver, spleen, stomach. Now Rogwei, of course, has heart. And Futsa, now we would use Futsa, but I deselected the Pauger, so that's why Futsa is coming up. but it's heart, kidney, and spleen. We can go all the way down, and you will see we do have a note about Jirfutsa, that's really the general standard. So we could also compare that. So there you have it. In TCM Weaver, we have our 13 herbs that we can use that are hot. Most of them come from warm the interior, expel cold, and most of them are acrid.